I learned screen printing in college. We were doing some shirts, messing around, and then got the idea to sell them at Central Park concerts. So we did a number of shirts throughout the year 1980, and I sold them for big bands back then, the B-52s and Talking Heads, and it helped pay for college. Back in '83, then I was working for a company that was doing T-shirts, and I became a Christian, and I decided to start a Christian T-shirt company. We called it the Dezine line. I was out of my house, and they'd see me printing the shirts in front of my house and hanging them up in front of the house, and I'd get orders for pizzerias or whatever was in the area. So I started doing more businesses than the Christian stuff, and before you know it, I decided to go into screen printing for businesses. So I worked for a while. I rented a room, a small building on Main Street, and that was about 600 square feet back in 1988. I had an employee working for me, and at that point we weren't even doing that many Christian shirts. So she said, "Why do you have the name Dezine Line?" And she didn't know the history, and so she said, "We really should change it. It really has nothing to do with what we do now." So I didn't want to go too far from the sound of the name, so I said, well, we design T-shirts, let's call it Dezine Line. And since I can't spell, I put D-E-Z-I-N-E. We've had slow, steady growth. Most of it's been word of mouth. That's the real backbone, has been people telling other people about us. And that's been true as our main source of business for years, up until the time we moved to Ledgewood 4.5 years ago. Now that I'm on Route 46, it's like prime time, and people just drive by and stop in, and we get all kinds of work just from being out here. The first thing we started out doing was basic screen printing. We would print T-shirts, sweatshirts, we printed hats, jackets, and any kind of a garment that you can print. Then in '98 we started doing embroidery. People first wanted names on their jackets that we printed, so we would send to a place that had embroidery machines. After a while, people wanted logos embroidered, and it got busier with that. So I decided, let's just get an embroidery machine and start doing embroidery. So now embroidery is probably 35 to 40% of our business is embroidered products. Up until the last 2 years, we joined the promotional product industry, and now we can get 700,000 items, and we figured that we'd want to be like a one-stop place so people could come in. Hey, can you put this logo on a Frisbee or a notepad or a whatever? So now we can pretty much do anything with your name on it. We got into varsity jackets last year, so now we do those as well. And then we also do a lot of stuff for sports teams. We have online stores available. We're like if you have a booster club, you want to raise money for your sports team, that's the way everybody's going, is setting up an online store, links to their website or through Facebook or whatever. And then people can set up the apparel that they want. They can put a little markup in there, and then sell them for, online, have the store open for a couple of weeks. We gather everything together, print the order, they come pick them up, we hand them a check, because it's all paid for online, they don't have to collect money. The profit that they have, we give it to them in a check, and they get all their stuff and they distribute it. We do jobs that are thousands of shirts, Johnson & Johnson or some big companies we do, but most of it's just local guys, construction guys. They need 4 dozen shirts for their crew, T-shirts, sweatshirts, road departments, a lot of things like that. The phone number here, 973-989-1009. And I'm extension 6 if you want to talk to the boss. The address here is 1004 Route 46 in Ledgewood, and we're here 9 to 6 Monday through Friday. Saturdays you got to check the schedule. Sometimes we're open. During certain seasons we're not. Website is dezineline.com. That's DEZINELINE.com, and that's about it. We have a Facebook page. A lot of activity on our Facebook. That's just go to facebook.com/dezineline, one word, DEZINELINE. And I put pictures up of shirts we're running, comments, lame jokes, thought-provoking quotes, that kind of stuff. So we have a lot of fun with that.